So if you have questions about epidurals, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, should I get an epidural? Should I not get an epidural? Is an epidural going to slow down labor? I have answers. So here's actually my quick answer about should you or should you not get an epidural. Only you know. Meaning, let it be very clear that it is incredibly safe to have an epidural. Millions of women throughout the world every day get epidurals, and actually millions of women, unfortunately, throughout the world every day don't get epidurals, some of whom choose not to, which is absolutely their choice. Some of whom are unable to get them because they are in less industrialized countries where epidurals are not available, which as a physician, as a woman, as a mother, fills me with angst and sadness, because an event that, granted, is natural can be so incredibly challenging and painful is something that I believe we should offer pain medication for. I think there are people who believe they don't need pain medication, and if you're my patient, you know that I agree with you if you don't need it. If you choose to not need it, you don't need it, don't get it. My request of all my patients is to not enter into it dogmatically saying, I am not getting one. First of all, because if you believe in manifesting, the best way to invite something in is to say what you don't want to happen. The minute you say, I'm not getting an epidural and I don't want this and I don't want this, in the world of manifesting, because like attract like, you're going to be getting it. More importantly, I truly believe that until you are in really any situation, many of us don't know exactly what we're going to do, but especially when it comes to pain, and especially when it comes to labor, which is a highly predictably unpredictable event. So I think what's wonderful, if you choose to try without an epidural, is to come into it saying, I'm going to really try. I'm going to use some tools to help me not get an epidural. And yet, if I need it, I'm going to be open to it, and I'm not going to feel less than, and I'm not going to riddle myself with guilt, and I am not going to feel like I've failed my attempts. I'm going to feel that I have made strides to try something, and if it worked, it's wonderful, and if it doesn't work, there's a reason it didn't work, because the pain was too much to endure. And I've seen women go through this without an epidural purposefully. I've seen women go through this without an epidural non-purposefully because they've gone too quickly. And I've also unfortunately seen women who deeply believe they should not get an epidural for their own reasons, and they have unfortunately created situations that probably made their labor process more tumultuous than it needed to be. All that said, certainly it's your choice. Certainly it's good to educate yourself, though I would educate yourself with the people that I personally kind of think make sense, meaning there's no reason for doctors who don't profit from the epidurals, by the way, to encourage you to get an epidural. It's not helping us in any way. It is really something that I think should not be maligned, and I actually think it's a very deeply anti-feminist movement to malign epidurals. There, I said it. So, epidurals, if you want to know more and you want to be part of our pregnancy program tonight, we're going to be discussing epidurals and pain medicine, and I'm going to dabble a little bit even with hypnobirthing and my views on hypnobirthing, which I'll give you this little news flash. I don't think it's a bad thing to do. I actually think it's great to do hypnobirthing with the purpose of helping yourself throughout the process, whether it means you're going to use it to avoid an epidural open-mindedly, or use it in the event that you get to the point where you need an epidural or you need even a C-section. Hypnobirthing can be a wonderful tool if approached properly, I think. So if you'd like to hear more details, you can join our pregnancy program. And if you join before tonight, then tonight's lecture will be part of your process. And in our pregnancy program, you get immediate access to our 220-page ebook, which has all the nuts and bolts of what it's like when you get pregnant. Like the minute the pea hits the stick, what happens next? You also will get access to all of our Zooms, which are 2 live Zooms a month, all of which are recorded. So if you don't want to attend live, or you can't attend live, or you want all the past ones that we started back in November of 2020, you'll have access to all of those, where we talk about all shades of things pregnancy, birthing related. Okay? Hope you join us. Bye.